Well, if you're probably watching this video at this time, you're probably moving to Warsaw or planning to move to Warsaw. Today, I'm going to give you what to actually expect in Warsaw in 2020 Warsaw. Let's get into the video. What to expect when moving to Poland. By the way, congratulations if you're going to be moving to Poland. And if you're moving to Warsaw, well, here are some expectations for you. I moved into Warsaw in 2022, and yeah, I've been here. I've like stayed in 2 apartments so far, and this is my second apartment, and I really love this apartment because it's very spacious. But anyway, enough of that. So Warsaw is one of the most exciting cities in Poland, and it's also the biggest, which means it's the largest in Poland. So one thing that I actually love about staying in Warsaw is the culture. Like, it's a diverse city, to be honest. Like, you find everything here. If you want to belong to a community, this is the right city to be. So Warsaw is known as the Phoenix City due to the number of times it actually had been destroyed and risen again. So it was once destroyed and nothing was left. But I'm not going to go down into the history of Warsaw because you can always go and Google that. And also, if you're planning to move here, like I said, the culture here is so diverse, and there's a lot of people here also. So everywhere you can belong to a certain community if you want, and you can find these communities on Facebook. That's where I've actually like found like different communities. One like where you can actually go meet people on Saturdays and on Fridays after work, and you can never feel lonely. If you feel like you are bored or something, you can just write in those groups, and they will actually gladly invite you. Find someone to go get coffee, go get drinks after work, which is actually nice. And most younger people here are English speakers, so most people actually working in the tourist industry based in Warsaw, they're English speakers also. By the way, Warsaw is the capital city of Poland, and it's very vibrant during summer, spring and autumn. In winter it's a bit dull because it's rainy and cold, but I really love it here when it's summer because everything is so green. And yeah, you get to have like there are a lot of events happening. So one of the events that I really love is the Warsaw Orange Festival. And in this year's lineup, there is Nicki Minaj. Imagine Nicki Minaj. Yeah. So also they have like a lot of parks. So it feels like New York. For me, it's like the New York of Europe because when comparing it to everything, the culture mix and the vibrance, I would compare it to New York. Yeah, I feel like it's the New York of Europe. And actually the best thing is that also it's developing, and there are a lot of malls. Imagine, like there are a lot of malls if you're a person who likes shopping like me. So I've lived in Warsaw for 3 years now. I'm not a Warsawian, by the way. I'll leave that to the natives. But yeah, it's quite a very vibrant city, to be honest. And let's talk about the housing. Actually, that's where I'm actually heading. So I've actually had the privilege to move twice. I loved my first house, to be honest. I really didn't want to leave that house. That was a very good house and affordable houses. But to find decent accommodation, you have to be ranging for 1,500 going up. So sometimes you can find shared apartments, and if you do not want shared apartments, they have studio apartments and 1 bedroom apartments. It depends on what you want. And to find the right accommodation, you can also use Facebook Market. Then you can also use Autodome, and yeah, and you can use agencies. I prefer use agencies because it's easier, and it puts the pressure from you because you're going to be like really stressed while looking for a house. And some of the people may ask for, they might ask you to bring like deposit for 2 months, and some can ask you to bring deposit from 1 month. It depends, to be honest. But if you're using an agent, be prepared also to pay the to pay the commission, because usually they charge commission either half of rent for those who are generous, or you can find those who want like full rent also, which means you're going to be paying like 3 times. But yeah, the housing here is very nice, and usually I just like to stay close to where there is like all modes of transport to make it easier for me to transport, because I rely on public transport. And they have like 4 modes of transport here in Warsaw. So they have the buses, and they have trams, they have trains, they have metro, and they also have city bikes. So you can always rent city bikes like whenever you want to move from one place to the other. And you can use buses, trams, and trams are usually within the halls, like you can find them anywhere, to be honest. But as for the trains, usually they move to the suburban, but there are also those which move within the city, but in the peripherals, to be honest. And when it comes to metro, there's one that there are two lines, M1 and M2. I'll talk about those in another video because I'm not well versed with them, but yeah, I made a video about this actually, so you can go watch that. So yeah, transport is not that expensive, especially if you're going to rely on public transport, because I pay like 110 zloty per month, which means the whole month I'm covered. I can move with any public transport that I want. But bear in mind that if you're a student, you can pay half price, which is around 50, 60, 80. I'm not sure between those amounts, but yeah, that's what you can expect to pay if you're a student. And you can always renew this like monthly. But if you feel like, okay, I want to be paying like on a daily basis, you can use apps such as Yagdoyado. You can use your banks also. You can buy a ticket from there. And when you're in the transport systems, you can buy also tickets there, except for in the metro. You can actually not buy tickets in the metro. But yeah, that's how it is actually when traveling here. But you can also use your own cars. There's Uber, there's Bolt, there's taxis. You can choose anything from there, especially if you just want to move in a fast way. But traffic can be a hassle, especially in the mornings. For those who commute in the mornings, traffic is a hassle, to be honest. Yeah, so let's continue this video outside. So commuting to work is actually easy when you're using public transport. So yeah, let's go hop on a train. Okay, morning, it's another day. So today let's talk about working here in Warsaw, because probably you're going to need a job to pay those bills, to pay that apartment that you're going to be staying in. So most offices are located within the Rondo Danshevskia roundabout. So here is where like you find all the famous famous businesses. They have got Citibank, they have Samsung, Sony, Google, you know, a lot of those companies are there. So I would say also is also a hub for all those English speakers, French speakers, and Spanish speakers. So yeah, it might take time to look to find like a good paying job or a job, but you eventually find it. There are also a number of malls, and one of the most popular malls is Taboss Rote. They have like different outlets there. You can find Adidas, you can find H&M, you can find Zara, you can find Sensei. They also have like the Polish shops. I think Pepco is a Polish store. I'm not sure, but I have to investigate. But yeah, they have also Michael Kors. But you can also find the luxury mall. I'm not longer sure what's the name, but yeah, there is a luxury mall where you can find Fenty, Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton. Actually, yeah, I've never been to that mall, to be honest, but I would really love to set an appointment when I have money, of course. But yeah, these are things that you should expect. And when it comes to summer, during the summer season, there are swimming pools that are open to the public. Usually you can just pay 30 zloty and spend the whole day there. And restaurants are all vibrant. You can sit outside, you can sit on the terrace, but you have to book in advance, to be honest, in some of the restaurants, because they have like, they are fully booked, some of them. So there is Beef and Pepper. That's one of the best restaurants that I would recommend. There's also Whiskey in the Jar. It's also good. And there's also Marot, and there is the first I think, yeah, at Marot Hotel there's also like a restaurant, but this is just to name a few that I am familiar with. But for breakfast you can go to Mr. Pancakes, and you can also try La Lucy. I've been there, and they have coffee shops like Starbucks and Green Cafe Nero. Try the cakes from Green Cafe Nero, they're so good. And yeah, that's basically more about it when it comes to like the life here, like when you see situated here. And also not to forget, like when it comes to people here, they're so friendly. Sometimes if you're lost, you can ask like for directions and they'll direct you. But bear in mind that the native language here is Polish, so most people don't speak English. So you can also use your Google Translator. And when moving around, you can use the app Yagdo, or you can use Google Maps. It will show you the way to where you. The nightlife here is something to brag about. So like there is where they call it's like the old town area, where there's like a lot of bars which you can actually go. So like I said, there is a lot of culture mix here, like, so you can find anything that suits you, to be honest. I've been to a number of places, to be honest, and I really love the vibes. They also hold African parties if you're into African jazz or African Afrobeats. And they also have techno, which is good also, by the way. And they have like somba. It depends on what you like, and you will find where you can just fit in. Today we're going to be talking about the gyms here. So if you want to go and work out, the two main gyms that I actually would recommend, there's City Fit and there's CD Raw Fit. I like the City Raw Fit one because, well, you get shakes after your session. Well, they're like 12 zloty or 4 zloty depending on what you want, but yeah, they're shakes there, and they have a number of equipment, and most of the buildings are close to residential places as compared to McFit or a City Fit. Yeah, I'm actually forgetting what I'm saying. So I actually use the Raw Fit, but one disadvantage that one has is that it closes around 11, and weekends it closes at 10. So you actually don't have the flexibility of going in the midnight or like at any other time. But however, City Fit actually is a 24-hour gym, which means you can go anytime there. And if you don't have the money for a gym membership, by the way, the classic gym membership actually costs like 136. So yeah, it's quite affordable. But if you do not have the money, you can use what we call the outside gyms. There are outside gyms everywhere around the city, and they're actually for free. So you just go work out and come back home, which is actually also good. They have one which are easy, and the ones for those crossfit people. So yeah, you'll be able to be accommodated. These are usually useful in summer, and summer I see a lot of people using them because gyms are packed and people will be sweating all over. So yeah, I would recommend that. So right now I'm about to go outside and buy some food, and I'm going to take you with me. So I'm just going to show you the typical stuff that you find in shops. So they have like three major big shops, that is Biedronka, Lidl. So they're not three, they're like four: Biedronka, Lidl, Carrefour, and there's Aldi also, there's Kaufland, and there is, actually I'm forgetting the other one that I wanted to say, but yeah, he's there. So Yeah, I actually forgot the name. Dang. Okay, so they actually sell good international food sometimes, and most of the food like come within the EU, which is the Schengen zone. So yeah, the EU and the Schengen zone, because these are two different things. But yeah, most of the stuff is EU regulated. And if you want to go to the drugstores, there is Roseman, which is one of the biggest, and there's also Herbe, where you can buy your stuff. And for international things, you can also find Roseman. There's a perfumery called Notino, and they also have Sephora. Oh, for my Sephora lovers, yeah. And we also have TK Maxx here for those clothes lovers. There are a lot of like departmental shops, and also a lot of clothes where you can buy clothes. There's also Spar, by the way, if you're going to buy your groceries. So yeah, right now I'm going to Bitronga, and yeah, let's go. Disclaimer, this video actually took me like 3 days or a week to record, so hopefully you like this video. So yeah, let me get ready to go to Pitronga, and let me switch to my phone. So commuting to work is actually easy when you're using public transport. So yeah, let's go hop on a train. So yeah, when it comes to dressing here, I would advise you to be more conservative, because people here are a bit conservative. Yeah, when it comes to crime, yeah, crime is not like on the highest as compared to other European cities. Like you can feel safe while walking, like it's night, like it's all lit up, to be honest. Like everywhere it's just bright, and there are always police at on the look. So yeah, be sure that I'm sure to say that you are well protected. So let me start continue my walk, then I'll catch you later. One.
Only Tamari first of all trade.
I'll do this video.
Send it to the area.
My 18 degree. One of his over. However, if you're coming and you're African, there is an African shop, and this is in the Batolovska area. It's quite big, and yeah, you have a lot of things. For me trophy, zero wish.
Kasa numer 9 jest zamknięta. Zapraszamy do pozostałych otwartych kas.
It's good to move to Warsaw, to be honest. Like, I would recommend moving to Warsaw. So in the next video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of moving here. But anyway, good luck on your move to Warsaw.